this episode of Cali and Craig Talk. I'm Cali.
And I'm Craig.
And today we have two special guests, Craig.
We do. It's
We
a
do?
room full of men. My favorite thing.
Well, I am not a man. So,
True.
so I'm here, but yes, there are other men here. One of them, and I think that we will introduce one first. I'm going to introduce, wait, who do you want to introduce? These are two of your favorite men. So
That's true.
yeah, so I will let you choose wait, what's the word? I haven't started drinking yet.
Given that one of these men is my husband, I should probably introduce him.
Mm.
So with us today, we again have John Robin, slash husband, slash dishwasher in this household.
Slash person I have to share my best friend with.
Yep, slash senior editor for our company. So John, welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, and then alongside John, we have one of our most favorite people. Harry F. Ray is joining us. Hello, Harry.
Cheers. 3 drinks in, but going strong. I was told this was a cocktail hour.
We are having a cocktail hour. Well, Harry, what time is it where you are, Harry?
It is cocktail o'clock.
Okay, yeah, and where Cali is, it is 2:00 in the afternoon, and where Craig
It's also cocktail o'clock.
Craig, it's what, 1?
And then, it's 1 o'clock here, which
Cocktail
could be
o'clock?
cocktail o'clock, or it could also be like, it's a problem if you have cocktails this early in the day. But
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
ignore that.
yeah. We're
They
super
always
excited.
told me to write drunk and edit sober. So hopefully
Yes.
after this we'll get some good
Yeah.
writing in.
The
There you go.
Hemingway method.
Absolutely.
Craig and I have used that a couple times during sprints. You should see that. We posted that on Instagram, Harry. Hey, and Craig does really well with it. I think John too. John, you do well with Hemingway?
Oh, yeah.
The method?
Always.
Yeah, right?
That's always a good approach.
Yeah. I not so much, Harry. So like if you look at the post, I think like I had like 35 misspelled words. I called the wrong characters the wrong names or something like 5
But you
times.
got the words down. You got the words down.
Yes, that's true. See, look, you see how positive Harry is. We were just talking about you before you were in here, by the way. Because we were having like our pre-meeting, and I was just talking about how positive you are. And both of us admire that so much about you. Like you are just such like a naturally happy, just joyful person to be around. And you just took my
Oh,
stupid
thank you.
mistake that I was saying I was stupid for and made me feel good about it. So thank you, Harry, for
Well, thank you.
complimenting me.
I think it comes from 12 years of constant rejection. So when one is a writer, then it's really nothing but rejection and low pay. So, what else you can do?
No, I think we're all rich. Isn't that what people think? People think we're all rich because we're writers, right? Isn't that the thing? I don't know. I'm not rich
I don't know
yet.
where they get that from.
Yeah. Are you
Well,
rich?
No,
I'm
with my
poor-
very
I'm-
first, with my very first publication, my mom was like, "Oh my God, you're set for life." I'm like, "No, it bought a dinner."
No. I know, but was the first publication the Star Trek thing?
It was a Star
It
Trek
was,
short
right?
story.
Yes, that's what I thought. But see, you're still getting royalties on that, though. I mean,
Well,
Yes.
yes, I earned like half a cent per copy sold.
but still, it's still money. That's money in the bank, baby. Boom.
Yeah.
And Harry, we have a lot of good news to talk about. But before we jump into our releases and stuff, okay, I'm going to let someone else choose. So for listeners at home, what we decided was, because we have so much fun stuff to celebrate between all of us, we were going to make this our drinking cocktail episode, like we touched on briefly. So the 3 of us have picked, well, 4 of us, because John and Craig count as 1 because they're a couple. So sorry, we couldn't have 4 drinks. 3 drinks is already enough. So John and Craig picked their favorite drink to make. Harry is bringing his favorite drink, and I picked a drink with Craig on Pinterest because I don't usually drink. That's a cap of something. It's fine. Don't worry. But we're going to drink those all together. Each of us are going to make the other person's drink. And I think that makes sense what I said. Did that make sense?
Yeah. You
Okay.
haven't
Yeah,
started
more or
drinking
less.
yet.
Haven't started drinking yet. But we did just go buy this alcohol. Harry, I don't know how much alcohol costs where you are. My alcohol was $117 for this episode.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I haven't lost that much. We have a pretty well stocked bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was just about all I needed was a lemon. And apart from that,
That's
I'm
it.
good.
You were set.
I was
Craig's
I was
Craig,
well
you had to
prepared.
restock too, right? You
Yeah,
had
I
to,
needed
yeah.
to restock the gin and the vodka, which is like 70 or 80 bucks. I bought other things that I needed too, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive. So I'm actually kind of happy I don't drink that often. I'd be a lot poorer,
I
I
can
think.
actually, I know this is an audio format, but I should probably show you what happened to the apple teenies that I made.
Oh yeah, I want to see. Yeah. And if
Just
you take
bear
a
with
picture, we could
me.
post it too. Yeah. John,
This
jump
was the
in
apple
whenever you want.
teenies.
Oh,
They were really, really good.
oh my God.
And the
Well,
picture's finished.
oh my God.
So
So
I don't know who got into them, but
somebody did.
yeah,
That's
there's a little drop left.
you're realizing now why it is we can't stop at 3. We have during the pandemic when we were like watching lots of movies and snacks and drinks, we would drink 3 of them and then we'd start feeling it and we'd text our friends saying 3 cocks in us and leave it at that. And then we kept drinking more because
Oh
they're
my
so
God.
good.
So, with that, I think that I will let someone else decide when we should make the first drink because I really shouldn't be the moderator of how many drinks or when they start. It's not going to be good for me. But should we make drinks now? Should we make a drink now, Craig, to spread them out? What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, we should start with because
Okay.
I can pound them back, but for us
We should
lightweights,
spread us lightweights is me. Yes. For me, the 25% of the podcast is a lightweight. That is me. You're gonna have to carry this show, okay? If I fall apart.
good luck. Yeah.
I
I think
have
we
faith
talked
in you.
about expectation being too high in last episode.
Oh my God. You know, Harry, sometimes Craig says my expectations for him are too high. Do you think that one could have too high of expectations for their best friend?
Oh, that's a big question.
No, it's not. Just say no. Callie's right. Just that's all you have to say. That's it.
Well, you could all be right.
See, look, this is why
Keep
we
in
love
mind,
him.
I'm
You see?
publishing you no matter what you say. You don't have
Yeah,
to couch your
no,
answer based on that.
It's fine. He doesn't really mean it. My expectations for him aren't too high. I baby you. Give me a break. Don't you say that my expectations are high. Whose drink do you want to start with? Maybe I don't know either. I don't know alcohol. So I literally need you guys to tell me because I don't know what to do.
I'm drinking the ex-wife's G&T at the moment.
Okay, we can make that. You want to make that?
Sure.
Okay. So Harry, tell everyone at home
So
gonna make
one
it.
of
Who's
my
me?
favorite cocktails is called an ex-wife's G&T. So it's basically just a gin and tonic, except you go into the cupboard and add in an extra shot of anything else that's lying around. So
Okay.
and then you kind of inhabit the mental space of being a bitter ex-wife with a G&T in her hand sitting on a staircase in her nightgown with a very strong drink, waiting to shoot the husband when he comes home and steal the money from the insurance policy.
Okay, is this a drink that I have to mix? Hey, because I bought a little mixer, a little shaker. Huh?
Yeah, you can shake it up.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me how to
I've
make it,
never
Harry.
shaken.
So you maybe want to put your tonic in after you're shaking it. So add in your gin and then add your shot of anything else.
All right. How much gin is this? Craig, do you know
Are
measurements
we
for this?
putting ice in the glass or the shaker?
Yeah, you can put in ice. Ice is also a great murder weapon.
Yes.
So maybe keep some back.
In the shaker or the glass? Or both?
Both, yeah.
Okay. Shaker. So I'm putting ice in the shaker. And then how much gin is it? Because I need a measure. Because I don't know.
How bitter are you today?
I feel pretty happy. So
If you're so then 1 shot's enough.
What's a shot? Like, how much is a shot though, Harry? I need to know. Craig,
Oh,
tell
how
me.
much is a shot?
A shot is an ounce usually. For
Like an
Callie,
ounce?
for you, it's an ounce. For Harry, it might be 4.
Okay. So it's an ounce. Wait. So I have, okay, a quarter of a cup is 2 ounces, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. John, is Craig making your drink?
I am. Yeah.
I was just wondering if I should. I'm gonna come through the other room. So if
Okay. There's a shot. All right. What else is next? Hey, look, and Craig and I have the same.
Oh, that's
Isn't it,
also gin. Yeah, it's a perfect gin. That's
isn't
great,
it
that one.
pretty? Okay.
That's what I put in mine.
So I got my
I
shot
can
of
Two
gin
totally,
in
yeah,
there.
ounces,
What's
sure.
next?
So a bit of
My
gin,
voice
and
will
then
come from different directions. 2 ounces.
what other alcohol did
Okay.
you want to have
Oh,
in? Because you can
we
put in
have
anything else.
we bought the Kraken spiced black rum.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, Craig decided. I just did whatever Craig told
Is
me
it?
to do.
I think Kraken, John, is that your favorite alcohol?
Oh yeah.
I just did whatever Craig told me to do. Is it 2 ounces? Wait, is it 2 ounces of this too? Same?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're doing 2 ounces because we're like splitting it in 2,
So I should do 1 ounce.
probably.
Okay. Wait. This is 2 ounces, right?
That's a
Callie
lot.
has not
That's
started drinking yet. Okay.
that's
For anyone
huge.
who knows,
That's like a ladle.
yeah, 2 ounces is not what I want. I want half of this. I want 1 ounce.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
1
I got it.
ounce. Should
I got it under control.
probably the other ear.
Totally
Yeah.
fine. This is totally fine. Don't worry about it. I don't have to drive anywhere. My husband's here. I'm not going anywhere. This is totally fine.
I get
Okay.
to go in the garden after, so it's okay if I'm drunk out there.
Oh my God. The old men will come over and see you out there.
Well, I'll drink with them.
And John has a shirt on that says best cat dad ever. And I really like that shirt. I think it's really fun. All right, what's next, Harry?
So then just shake that up.
Am I putting a tonic in there now?
No, because the tonic's fizzy, so you don't want to
Okay.
shake up the fizzy.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn off our mic so we don't clatter.
Oh, I want to hear it. It's just a little, this is just a little bit. Is that right, Harry? Does that look like about the
Perfect.
right amount?
That's perfect. Give it a shake.
Ooh, fun. That's it.
Then, yep, pour that into your glass, add your tonic,
How much tonic
and
is it?
then I would probably double it. Depends how strong you like it.
I don't like it strong.
So add yourself a good glug of tonic.
I need a number. Craig, how much should I put in here? Like how many ounces do you think?
Well, if you put half an ounce of the alcohol, so you could put an ounce of tonic or an ounce and a half.
Okay. Yeah, because I did 1 ounce each of the alcohol. So like 2 ounces, you think, Harry?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
You can always add more if you find it too strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of
So
course, if
just-
you drink the whole drink, it's still the same amount of alcohol, no matter how much tonic you put in.
I think
But
the only
it'll
thing
go down easier.
the only thing I didn't do was I should have refrigerated all these, but there was like way too much. But your stuff in your bar is not refrigerated, right? It's like room temperature.
Yeah.
Harry, is your
Yeah.
stuff refrigerated or it's
Yes.
just out in the
No.
bar?
No?
It's just in the bar, and might put a bit of ice in it sometimes.
Oh, okay. My husband was super nervous about me having like my own little bar set up at my desk. He's like, there's so many electronics there at your desk. You're gonna have to be so careful.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous. So I think he's on standby in case I get electrocuted or I pass out from drinking too much. So whichever happens first.
He just needs some smelling salts in a bucket, and you'll be fine.
We'll see. Okay. Cheers, Harry. So this is the
Cheers.
expert GNT.
Cheers.
Yeah? Cheers.
Yeah. We should really be drinking this on a stairwell, but there we go.
This is good. I like this. Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have stairs in this house. We don't have stairs
But
outside.
we don't want to be on them.
Oh yeah, no, it's our dugout basement. Yeah.
Mm. You do
You
have
could
stairs.
also be screaming out of a window. That can also work.
Okay.
I
So
could
now-
do that because like there's a house across the street that has decided to have a party and I can hear it and I'm deaf and I can hear it.
Oh,
So I
that's
could
what that is.
scream at them to shut it down.
Oh, they're having a party. We'll just walk over there.
Party house.
Just invite yourself. Are they all parked in the street? My neighbors always park on the street.
Hard to tell. There's so many people that own trucks here that our street is just lined with trucks all year,
Trucks
all day
pulling
long.
trucks on trucks.
Okay. Callie's gonna say this while she's sober. Don't say anything about any neighbors that I'm gonna have to cut out of the podcast. Okay.
That's okay.
Don't say anything that I'm gonna have to cut out later. So if we talk about old men coming over in the garden, and I'm not allowed to say that, tell me now. Are we allowed to talk about old men coming over in the garden?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. All right.
I don't think they know what a podcast
I'll
is.
just make sure I let them know, hey, listen to the podcast. You're on it.
All right. So Harry, now the first glass is for you, and I would
Yeah.
love for you to share your wonderful news that you got this week with everybody.
Yeah. So it was a bit out of the blue, but I have been dabbling with screenwriting for a number of years. Put together a few different scripts. But screenwriting, it's a lot harder to make a TV show or movie than it is to publish a book, funnily enough.
Mhm.
If you take the act of writing a book, which is hard enough, and then the act of publishing it, which is even harder, but at least at the end of the day, it can be done. Writing a screenplay or getting that made is something that one can't really do by oneself. So I've been pottering around with it for a little while. And then just last week, I heard that one of the scripts that I'd put together had been selected for, it's called the New Writers Collective by, if you've heard of the Edinburgh Festival and the Edinburgh TV Festival, are sponsoring a group of 10 writers to come together and work on their screenplays and share it with some different executives. So I've managed to climb one rung further up the greasy pole of TV and screenplays.
I am so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This
Thank
is
you
so
very much.
exciting. Yeah, it's so exciting. Can you tell us any more about it, or is it like we can't talk that much about it?
Yeah, no, I mean that's a bit of it. I haven't nothing's happened from it yet. So in a few weeks' time, I'll be in England with the group and we'll be on a retreat. And then we'll be meeting with some different TV execs and we'll be sharing our ideas. We'll be getting some feedback and maybe something will, come from that. Maybe not. Who knows?
Oh
But
man,
it's
so exciting.
it's nice to, have your when it's a book, people review it, people read it, and you get feedback that way. But when it's a TV script, it's harder to get good feedback on it because no one's seen it because you can't just make it.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get some positive feedback.
Can you tell me a little bit about the difference in writing a screenplay and writing a book?
So for me, the screenplay feels a little bit more straightforward because you're just focusing on the dialogue. So, I approach them both in the same way. So I kind of have a very strong idea of the story going into it. I know it's going to happen more or less in each scene. I've got the scenes plotted out, I've got the characters ready to go. And then with the screenplay, you're really, really, really focusing in on dialogue with not too much kind of action between them. You kind of also don't want to have too many different scenes very quickly. And also you need to kind of think about the practicalities of can this get made. So it's all well and good, having a spaceship explode or a planet blow up, but how realistic is that going to get made? So it forces you to kind of work in the constraints of how many actors, how many characters, how many people, and so it's definitely different medium, different skill. But at least at the end of the day, you're done a little bit quicker than a book.
Yeah. Well, we all like to finish a little quicker.
Exactly.
With books.
With books, yes, with books. Oh man, Craig and I are reading the greatest book ever. Well, it's not the greatest book ever.
really?
Okay, I don't want to like over flatter, but we are reading a really, really great book right now, and we're really liking it. Are you reading anything right now, Harry?
Yeah, so I just started a book called I think I forgot the name. This is what happens
That's
when it's
okay.
3 drinks in.
That's okay.
I think it's called Memoirs of Hadrian.
Mm-hmm.
Memoirs of Hadrian. No,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, Memoirs of Hadrian,
Hmm.
which was, they call it one of like the first gay books.
Hmm.
And it was written by, I think she was French, and she wrote it in like the 1950s about the emperor, Roman Emperor Hadrian,
Hmm.
who was the kind of original daddy, if you will. And Craig knows
Oh
all
boy.
about this after I've
Mhm.
force-fed him gay history for
Mm.
years.
Mm.
But Hadrian was the original daddy. He had his twink boyfriend Antinous, the original evil twink, and this book is about like the kind of relationship between them, and there's some history thrown in.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of fun. I just finished another one actually that was they said it was gay, but then I couldn't find anything gay in it. So it was supposed to be set in a boarding school
Hmm.
during the war, and I was
Hmm.
like, oh, this will be great.
Yeah.
And and it was really, really good. And there was like a lot of like drama and stuff in it, but not a lot of gay stuff.
Hmm.
So it was a bit disappointing. Maybe
How
it
do
was
you
too
find the time to
subtext.
read with everything you do? You seem super busy. You have like a certain time that you read? Because we read like right before
Yeah.
bed. Like
Yeah, I
that's
do
when we
that.
read. Yeah.
I like to read just before bed. Sometimes I'll take my book on a commute, and
Hmm.
so I'll like commute to work by public transport usually.
Hmm.
Yeah, wherever I can get a minute to
Fun.
just sit down with a book, or traveling. Traveling is a great time to kind of read. There's so much
Oh.
downtime when you're traveling. So we were just recently back from seeing Miss Taylor Swift. So
Oh
we had a lot of
boy.
traveling,
Mm.
thankfully.
Tell
So
us
did
about
some
that.
reading
Was
then.
that super fun? Did you guys have a
That
great
was
time?
super fun. So we went to Paris
Mm.
to see Miss Taylor Swift. We went back to Paris. We've been to Paris a few times before. The last time we were in Paris, I was writing my World War II novel, which is set in Paris. And so I'd set it in the area of Montmartre where we were staying. So it was nice to kind of return and walk around all these streets. And I was pointing
Oh,
out these streets like, that's the Rue of this, and that's where this guy shot the Nazi. And
oh my
my husband
gosh.
didn't know what earth I was talking about, but it was fun for me to
Yeah.
like have these memories of Paris, which stayed with me.
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm glad that you brought that up because I want to talk about the difference. Well, actually, what we should talk about is that all of us have really great book news, okay? Because I have sold a ton of copies, which I'm super happy of my debut novel. You Could Call
Fantastic.
Me Cooper, which I'm super happy. Yes. So thank you. Craig, his book is not even out yet, and Craig has a ton of 5-star reviews, which we're super happy about. John's garden is looking great already. So we're super happy about that, right?
My garden is my book project.
Yes. Yes. Well, you are working on other stuff, but like right now, like the garden is looking great and
Oh
you should be
yeah.
proud of that.
Well,
Yeah. So we're
yeah, the
celebrating the
amount
start
of
of
stuff that
gardening.
I put into it, I'd say it's
Yeah.
like the same I put into a book. It's so much.
Yeah. So we're celebrating your garden
Yeah,
and we're celebrating
congratulations.
the fabulous Harry F. Ray's book being #1 on Amazon. Your
Thank
YA
you.
book, your YA debut.
Well, it was in the teen category, so teen
You don't
YA
have to give.
LGBT.
We
No,
don't
no, no.
care.
Number one.
We
Number one.
don't care. It's #1.
But
That's an
it
orange
was
banner, baby. We don't
it was
care.
an orange banner for a week, so that was nice to see. I was
Yeah.
glad for that.
It's funny because, like those things, like I know we're not supposed to like strive for them, like that's what we always tell it. And we tell our authors and we tell other people that, don't get focused on it. But like it's so great when it happens, right? Like it's
It
just such
is,
a
but
nice thing, it's
it's a lot of
validating.
work. It's
Yeah.
definitely validating. There's definitely a lot of work to get there. And I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
we have an expectation that talking about expectations being too high, we can have expectations too high in ourselves, think, well, this one's going to do this and this one's going to do that. But it takes a
Yeah.
long time. It might not be your first one, might not even be your 10th one, might not even be your 20th one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you gotta have something else driving you.
And you
For
need
me,
to
it's
have
alcohol.
like
For me, it's alcohol.
Well, I don't know. For you, hopefully you take solace in the fact that you've made #1 and you are a fantastic writer. And we were so happy to see it. Like I just was so happy. Like normally we'll tell people, when they reach number one or if we get it. And like, we were in Zoom and he's like, oh, look, and he showed me the thing. And I was like, can I DM Harry? And he was like, I already did. And I was like, I'm doing it too.
Well,
Because
you
we were
guys
so
woke me up
happy
at
about it,
4 in the morning. I
You're
woke up
welcome.
to a message from both of you, which was great to see.
You're welcome.
I was really happy with that.
It's such a great message to get though. Like
Yeah.
what would you rather be woken up by? Like it's so great.
Well, I had to get up
I
to
already
pee
feeling the
anyway,
gin.
so
Whatever the hell we're drinking, I already can feel that. So just forewarning, might start going off the rails here. But what I wanted to talk about is the difference in writing, because this was your first YA book that you wrote.
yeah.
And you slipped into it just so fluidly, like it just worked out so well. And you must just be so proud of what you accomplished because you stepped outside of what you were used to and you were like, hey, I'm gonna write YA. And you wrote this fantastic, like thrilling adventure with all these great like characters. And it's just I love it so much. And we're proud of you. So you must be super proud.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it's so nice to have you guys feel like that and be proud of me. You guys are my writing family. You published my very first book, The Line of Succession, and we've published a number of them since then. I'm really excited that we're going to have even more books coming out in the next year and the year after and the year after, and then there'll be the sequel to Gods and Boys to come at some point. So, having my writing family proud of me is really, really nice for me. It's really like lovely to see, and hopefully making you guys proud as well. To kind of, I know the time and effort it takes to put it together. But yeah, there is a difference in the writing process, I think, with YA than with adult. And also, I don't even know if I got it. Hopefully, I got it how I was happy with it. Whether I got it right or not, I'm not sure, because I think there was certainly some of the critiques that came from it, which I found very, very helpful, were questioning whether or not it was appropriate for YA. But I thought a lot about it, and I kind of reflected on it a bit, and I thought, well, I felt it was very appropriate for YA because I kind of took back to when I was kind of that age, 17, and the other kind of 16, 17, 18-year-olds, gay kids that I, remember or know of, or, know of those experiences. And I think those experiences, people do sadly experience homophobia or racism, or, also the thrill of meeting someone new or trying to figure out their sexuality and their idea of relationships to that age. So I felt as long as I was being true to the characters and their age, then I was pretty happy and comfortable calling it, young adult, and being confident that other young adults would read that and connect to it, which I think also some people did do.
And I think that Craig, if you want to jump in, jump in. I
Yeah,
have so much to say, but go ahead and jump
no,
in.
I did want to jump in on here
yeah.
because we do sometimes get critiques or comments that, some of our young adult content might be inappropriate. And I think it's because I don't want to like make comments about broad groups of people, but I think a lot of people juvenilize young readers. Like they're dealing with complex issues. They're aware of complex issues. They're dealing, if it's a queer teenager, they're struggling most likely with some aspect of their identity or how they, like, are they accepted by their family, their community, their faith group? And I find that not all of our young adult books have challenging subject matter, but the ones that do, they treat that challenging subject matter with such care and attention. And yeah, and it's like I feel like we are respecting our young readers when we do that, and we are honoring the journey that they're on, and we're giving them something real to grasp onto. I've always had trouble with how the industry sees young adult as this is juvenile fiction, so we've got to treat them like with kid gloves, and then when they turn 18, they can be into like real fiction where it deals with complex issues. Why can't we have that happy middle ground where like we're doing something appropriate for that age, but we're also tackling the issues that they care about or that they are dealing with themselves? And that's one thing I've really liked about Of Gods and Boys, because We've got characters that are just coming out. We've had characters that have been out for a while. They're dealing with complicated issues. We get the sense that Jesus has he's been around the block a few times. And like
Yes,
these young
yes,
gay
yes,
teenagers, they've been around the block a few times. And it was
they
Mhm.
have
handled
been.
with such care and attention and appropriateness. Honestly, everything in the book I felt was appropriate for like a
Mhm.
16, 17, 18-year-old
Yeah.
reader.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Despite what some of the criticisms have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So that's my 2 cents.
Craig and I have talked about this before, Harry, and I generally I have a problem with the way that people view YA and what's appropriate for YA. Because the
hmm,
majority of YA readers are not like middle school or high school kids, they're
right,
adults, you know.
right.
And I think I have an issue, and at the risk of sounding ignorant, which I sound ignorant all the time on the podcast, so it is what it is. But like the term is young adult. Period.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
Harry, are you going to walk into a room of 13-year-olds and call them young adults? Like, are you going to walk into 12-year-olds? No,
No,
you're going to call them
yeah, no,
teenagers.
definitely,
They're
definitely.
kids. So
And
they're
it's
not
and
young
it's
adults, right?
absolutely, and it's I think there's also a big difference between children's fiction and then, like you said, young adult fiction and beyond.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
children's fiction is a different genre entirely. It's
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people have to put so much care and attention into
Mm-hmm.
and people do that for children's fiction.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, from the kind of 16, 17, 18 up, then you are dealing in a different ballgame. And many years ago, I used to run workshops in high schools
Mm-hmm.
for basically 60, sometimes 15, 16, 17 plus. And
Mm-hmm.
to build a rapport and engage with a young adult,
Mm-hmm.
you generally have to be pretty real with them, realistic
100%.
with them. Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
can't, treat them in a way that it's, like you said, juvenile, because they're
Or
not
with
gonna.
kid gloves. You can't treat them with
Exactly,
kid gloves. If you treat them like that, they're just going to block you out. And
exactly.
Craig and I have worked with teenagers before. I don't know that you do it still too much anymore, but both worked with teenagers for a long time. And yeah, if you're not like in tune with what's going on with them and their real lives, and you're going back to like the way that grandma thinks that things are for teenagers, they're not going to listen
Yeah,
to you. And they don't want to read that. Why would they want to read that? The stuff that they're going through is real, and that's the stuff that's important to them. So I don't know. I was a fan of the way that you wrote the book. I thought that everything came out really well. And yeah,
thank
and
you. I
the
really
justice
appreciate that.
system is, you have like bits of the justice system in there too,
Yeah,
and
so
go ahead. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
no, I really want to address that because it was really important for me. I mean, it's
Hmm.
really where the whole story came from.
Hmm.
Because actually, I wrote it maybe during or just after the very first COVID lockdown that we all went
Hmm.
through, and
Hmm.
when was it? March 2020.
Hell,
And I
2020.
remember, yeah, I remember experiencing that and thinking, as bad as I felt in it and all the rest of us did, I thought, imagine what, someone who has barely even started their life and then is incarcerated
Hmm.
for what? What have they done to be, at least
Yeah.
we know we're getting out at some point. What
Yeah.
about these people that aren't getting out, aren't getting
Yeah.
out for a long time? So
Yeah.
the story really came from feeling really kind of aggrieved. There was
Hmm.
the idea of just any child in any prison at all. It
Hmm.
just feels really wrong. And the teenagers I used to work with years and years ago, some of them were in prison, and we, more than once we would visit the young offenders institute and try and work with some of them. One of them we actually helped to get out because he was there for no good reason.
Yeah. It's
And
heartbreaking.
yeah, it really was
Yeah.
horrible. But
Yeah.
so it's always been a important issue for me to highlight the fact that it's just to me, it's wrong from any level that anyone under 18 would be incarcerated in any way. Obviously, there are, things issues that need to be dealt with, and some people are a danger either to themselves or to their community. But there are other ways to deal with that rather than locking them in a cage or a
Yeah.
cell. So I felt
Yeah.
it was important to write something that expresses that opinion and
Yeah.
hopefully change some other young people's minds to feel that actually, as a rule, that's just something that we shouldn't accept.
Yeah. I love that your book is so deep, and my book is about boys kissing.
But as a publisher,
That
we
can
want
be
to
very
have
deep
this
as
Love
well.
the contrast.
wide selection.
Yeah, somebody, what is it? We did the Instagram live the other day, and like, what do you want people to take from your book? What do you want them to learn from it? I'm like, learn from it? I don't know. I just want people to be happy, but like I love so much that we are a publisher that has, like Craig said, like both ends, like there's something that, has deeper meaning to it. And, you can't say that mine doesn't have deeper meaning, because it is about love, and it is about, staying true to yourself and finding yourself. So I don't want to discount my own work. I'm joking around, but there is a deeper meaning there, but it's just not as deep as what you said. Like, it's just,
Well, it's a different, it's a
yeah, it's
different. You're
different.
coming from a different way. Like,
It
you can
is.
all. They're all equally important. It's just
Yeah, I
what's the
love
story
it.
you
I
want to
love
tell?
that we can all, and I love that we publish all of that. Like, I think that that's really fantastic. The other thing that you touched on, and it was earlier, was that with the expectations being too high. And Craig and I were talking about this earlier in the week, because I had dropped off. I think you saw that, right? That I got some Barnes and Noble stocking my book, and I had some signed copies there, right?
Wow, that's
So I was
amazing.
really excited about that, right? So I went to Barnes and Noble, signed a bunch of copies, and they're like on the shelf. So it was the greatest thing.
Wow, that's
But
fantastic.
yeah, thank you. Because it's different than when I went to do the signing, because when I went to do the signing, I brought the books with me at the table. You know what I mean? And then versus Barnes and Noble stocking them themselves and having me come in and sign them was different, right? But the point for me was just that one person bought my book. Like, somebody walked in and bought that book out of all the books in the store. Not to say they didn't buy any others, but they chose to buy that. And I think that, like, we get so hung up on numbers and how many copies we're selling and whether we're number one and whether we're trending, that it's like, it's so flattering when even one person buys your book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I see
Yeah.
John nodding along here as well to that.
Yeah,
I'm
John.
sure
Get
he
that
knows
one.
all too well the
It's
struggle.
just so nice. Yeah, it's like with this you one, and especially when you like it's like someone that tells you, and you just feel their excitement, and it's like, this is why I put the book out there. And
Yeah.
you come back face to face with that, and it's so easy to get lost in the economic business side, which is like, I need to sell this many copies. But then that happens, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm so glad I did this, because then you made someone's like week, or whatever it is, however long they
Yeah.
spent reading it. And yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool feeling. And you just sold books too. We had at the queer book fair, you sold a book, John, one of 1,000 roads, and you
That's
also
right.
sold more at the other thing too, right?
Yeah,
Econ.
two
Econ,
or
right?
three. Yeah,
Two,
Yeah,
I
two or
think it
three
was
at
three
Pecan.
total, right? Within 2 weeks.
Econ
Yeah.
is fantasy and science fiction, so that book's great for that, what people are looking for there. So I was happy
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, and again, like
Fantastic.
I think, like, Harry, like, and John and Greg too. I think it just gets lost with us, like, in the publishing business, because, like, especially for me now, because, like, I'm on the inside, so we're looking
Yeah,
at numbers and who's selling what and where it is, and, like, of course, like, I'm cheering for you, as an author, and I'm cheering for the other authors, and I'm cheering for the brand, but then, like, I'm looking at my own numbers, and I'm like, okay, this is really good, this is great. But then I lose sight of, like, the most important thing, which is that people are reading my book and they're liking it. And so, like, when she told me that, like, the one copy sold, like, that was just so amazing, and
yeah,
I hope that, like, all other authors, like, when we're looking at our numbers, just remember that, like, even one sale is just, it's so freaking cool, because there's millions of books out there. So I don't know. That was
yeah,
something I was focusing on this week.
I had a nice
definitely.
reminder of that like 2 weeks ago. So Deep Hearts YA, our young adult brand, provided some books to a student conference. And so every school got to take home a book, and like they got to choose which book they wanted. And there was one school, they requested a copy of Blowing My Mind Like a Summer Breeze by Benjamin Rush. And I happened to be there when they gave this copy to the school. Teacher handed the book just to one of the kids, like, here, just hold on to it. The kid absolutely lit up, and he's like, or
Wow,
sorry, they're gasping as they're looking at the cover, they're showing it to their friend, they turn it around. Literally, I'm not exaggerating, gasping with joy as they're reading the back cover
Cutest.
blurb. And that's
that's
something that
amazing.
we very rarely see, because we
Yeah.
exist mostly online. And if we sell in bookstores, like like you say, Callie, you have no idea who that was that bought that one random copy.
No.
You never see this interaction that a reader has with a book.
No. Yeah. And it's so cool. Like it's so like, like Harry, like if you stop and think about like how many copies, well, we know how many copies you sold,
You'll
but I'm
find
not
out
gonna.
in a few months.
Yeah, you'll find out
Yeah.
when you get royalties, but we're not gonna tell you. But like all of those people like bought your book. Like it's just it's really cool. And I do think it gets lost. And I think it's important for us, like because I don't know about you, Harry. You seem to have a much better grasp on it than I do. Maybe it just comes with wisdom because like I don't see you freaking out on social media. Poor Craig has to deal with me every day. Like,
Yeah.
what should I post? Like, can I post this?
Yeah.
I posted last night. I'm not gonna even effing lie. That post took me 48 hours to make because I'm like, will everyone like think this is stupid? Will I lose followers? Is this boring? Am I smart? Because that's the other balance, Harry, is like how
Yeah.
much are you showing your book too much that people are going to be like, okay, I already saw it. And that's the stupidest thing ever, right? Because why should we worry about that? We want everyone to see it, but
It's
finding the
hard.
balance, Harry. Ooh,
Yeah, it's really, really hard to do. And yeah, I think you have to just find a way to integrate it into your own life, like we've all
yeah,
got so many things going on all the time. I have a day
yeah,
job, like a lot of us also have day jobs, so this is not, something we can do full
yeah,
time, if not now, ever, maybe.
yeah,
So, you got to put it into the perspective of how much time can you really give to it, and then do the parts that you enjoy the most. Like, so I know for myself, um like I really just like the writing of it. I really don't like
yeah.
any other parts of it. I did one of my books I self-published. I did the whole thing myself, and it
Hmm.
was not fun for me. So it's not when
Yeah.
the elements of time that I've got. I really just want to put it into the bit that I enjoy, which is the actual pen to paper part of it. And then,
Yeah.
really, really lucky to have you guys on the other side to help actually make that into something real.
Mm. Well, we work full-time jobs too.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
God,
It's
yeah.
a
I
lot.
mean, like, I feel like we talk about it every podcast, Craig, but God, we work. We do. But we
Mhm.
have a lot of fun. Like, to be
Mhm.
fair, like, we really do. Like, we were just, how long was that meeting, Craig, we just had? We just had like a 2 hour,
3 hours.
like a 2 or 3 hour meeting.
Wow.
And like, we're just working, but like, we're having
Yeah, you
fun.
got
So I think that that's the most important thing is like, for this, we are having fun, but of
totally.
course, there are other things that we will talk
Yeah,
about that
like
we don't have as much fun with. We probably should
yeah, like
say
I
they
really
are.
enjoy the publishing process. Like
Yeah.
part of the reason that we started our publishing company is because we know there's authors like you, Harry, who just want to write. They don't want to deal with
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the other stuff.
Hmm.
And I almost feel like I love writing, but I think I love publishing more than writing.
Hmm.
And so this was an
Hmm.
opportunity to offer my skills and my experience and my energy to
Yeah,
and John too. I don't mean to exclude John from this because he's an integral part of it.
for sure.
But it's our opportunity to offer all of this to someone who just wants to write.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it works together nicely.
Yeah. And it's funny for me, Harry, because like I like both aspects of it, but I
Hmm.
don't like promoting myself.
Mm.
Like I love promoting you and like I'll promote Craig till I die. But like when I have to do it for myself, it's agonizing. Like I just said, it took me 48 hours to make a post for
Yeah.
myself. If Craig's Craig, how often do I talk about promoting your book? Like probably like
Uh,
several times a week. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay, sure. You want to post? I'll make a post. You want a reel? Sure, I'll make a reel. And then for me, it's like, oh God, how do I do this? I don't know if I want to do this. It's like 48 hours to come up with some stupid thing that nobody cares about. And
Sounds
also,
like you
I'm done
need
with
a
my drink. Are we
marketer.
gonna have another one?
Oh yeah, we need
I've
another
been
one.
empty
I
for a
was just
while.
thinking,
You want the pink senorita or you want yours? I think I'll have yours. Why don't we have yours? You want
Okay.
yours or you want the pink
do I,
senorita? What do you want?
let's do
So
mine or ours because I will make it. I'm usually the one that makes
and
the
then you
Okay.
also have to explain
Yeah.
how, like, this is, I think
yeah.
it's an apple
Put
teeny, but we did sort of invent it on
sure.
the spot.
Put me, I'll take your head, like I'll share
Yeah.
your earbuds and then I will tell everyone
Okay.
what.
For our
Yeah.
listeners at home, John and I are in separate rooms because
Hmm.
we do not exist well when we're side by side on Zoom.
So I'm going to pour myself then
I'm
the
not gonna
next
do anything because I don't know what I'm doing. So
the next one.
I'm gonna wait. I don't even remember which alcohol this was, Bessie. I don't know. Bessie, which alcohol is this that I need?
You need the vodka and the triple sec.
Okay, so triple sec is this one. And the vodka is, why do I have tequila? Oh, the tequila is for the pink senorita.
Yeah.
And there's vodka. Is that all I need? The vodka and the triple sec and the juice, right?
I don't know if that's in your ear. Apple juice and lime juice.
Lime juice.
Okay, I have it all. You tell me one step at a time, and you need to give me measurements because I have no idea.
Lots of ice. That's
Lots of
another
ice in your shaker.
Okay, hold
So
on.
the
Where'd
story
shaker
behind
go?
this,
Hold on. I'm not drunk. There it is. It's glass. It's fine. Yep.
we were headed to our friend Tim's place and we were supposed to bring cranberry juice to make crantinis.
Uh-huh.
That was like the one and only thing we were supposed to bring, but of course we forgot it. But we happened to have apple juice with us because we can our own apple juice from a friend's tree. So we just swapped the cranberry juice with apple juice, and it was our friend Tim's place. So we call it a Tim Teeny. I think it's an apple teeny because it's basically a crantini with apple juice.
We're gonna have to tell Tim to listen to
Yeah.
this podcast now.
John, is this enough ice?
Yeah, that's good. So what you want is when you shake it, it'll
Okay.
really like at least half of it. I'd say half the shaker full, and you're good.
Okay.
Harry, Tim, the friend that we went to, I
Yeah.
think he was proofreader on the first line of Succession.
I think so.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, fantastic.
So for one person, how much vodka?
So you want 2 ounces of vodka.
Oh,
This is per person.
So we're doing 4 since it's 2
Yeah.
people,
frick,
and there's another vodka
I'll
there.
be
This
okay
is
with
a-
2 ounces.
This is a bit of a heavier Yeah, this is where don't drive anywhere after drinking.
Okay.
This is the one
Drive
where
People who are following along and making this at home, don't drive anywhere after.
yeah, this is the one where we've had too much. Just dump the rest in there.
Yeah, it's just
And
if you're
John
listening to
Hill
this
did
while
like-
you're driving, if you're listening
Yeah.
to it while you're driving,
My vodka is stuck. Hold on.
don't stop to make the drink.
I can't get the vodka open. Hold on.
One time we had too much, and John was like cowering on the floor, and Wizard our cat
Well,
by judging you.
I think it was like, I don't know if it was alcohol poisoning or if it was just the early stage, but like I was shaking. I was,
Oh my
yeah, like
goodness.
So-
like it was scary, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again. I wasn't sure if I had to go to the
Well, we might
hospital.
tell our friend Tim about this episode. We will not tell my family,
Yeah, no, we
given
won't.
what you just said.
Yeah. You want me to cut that out?
But-
No, no,
No, no,
okay.
it's okay.
I don't
Well,
think they know what a podcast is.
Yeah, but I think no, I'm really not worried about like, I know if I was getting like that every night, I'd be scared. But that happened once, and that was like the I will never do this again experience, which
Yeah.
I think everyone has that
Of
to some
course. I'm
form.
pretty sure
you know,
everybody has one of
That
those
was mine.
experiences. Yeah.
So how
Okay.
much triple sec?
For the triple sec, it's 1 ounce.
All right, hold on. Why do I have 2 ounces of vodka and 1 ounce of triple sec? I feel a little.
No, that's right.
Mm,
No, you're
Yeah.
doing good.
No, it's right.
2
It's 3
ounces is a
ounces
lot.
total of the hard stuff. This is one of those drinks why it's like one drink. You got to be careful.
But we have 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 3
Oh, we
is
have
like
3.
I won't ever cross
No,
that.
Okay,
no, we do
and
3,
then-
but we won't do more.
Yeah,
How
and
much
then
triple sec? Wait.
1 ounce.
1
triple
ounce?
sec.
All
1
this
ounce.
stuff is sealed, so I'm sorry. And my husband had to come in to just open the
I
vodka
don't think
because I
they
cannot
have
open
liquor
it.
at their house.
Me?
They don't have
Oh.
liquor at their
Oh.
house, so
No. No.
everything is brand new.
She does not, but she does now. So yeah. And I'm having difficulty opening it.
And now you're going to be the bartender at your house since now you know how to make 3 drinks.
Yeah, there we go. All right, hold on. This one was easy to open. Okay, and this one is 1 ounce. I'm ready. Okay, and then what's next?
and then it's lime juice and 1 ounce of that.
Wait, hold on. This was too much.
And
Hold on.
Harry, are you having more drinks or are you done for the night?
I'm having the remainder of the
more.
Timtini.
All right, so 1 ounce. Okay, 1
I,
ounce
thi-
of
I
that.
think all the vodka went to the bottom, so
Okay, I'm
it's
sorry.
got a kick.
It can do that, yeah.
I know that you guys said the juice amount, but I didn't hear you. So what was it? The lime
Do you mean
juice
for
first
the
or
apple?
apple juice? Yeah, what's first?
Yeah, the apple juice is going to be 2 ounces,
Okay, ready.
and 1 ounce of the lime juice, 2 ounces of apple juice.
You know
And
what's
those-
funny is whenever I drink, I want pizza. Do you have a food that you guys crave when you drink?
I
Do you
didn't
have a
want
food that
pizza,
you
but
crave?
now I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute while John
Oh,
shakes.
but I should say,
Yeah.
when you shake,
Uh-huh.
do it try and do it 60 times. It's count to 60 because the amount of times you shake it will determine how like
And
some
this
of
is
the
1
stuff
ounce,
comes
right? Wait,
together.
before
1
you
ounce
mute.
of that, yeah.
1
Yeah,
ounce. Okay, I'm
1
ready. Go
ounce
ahead.
of that.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I'm
60
gonna shake it
times.
60 times.
What the fuck am I supposed to? Okay. All right, hold on. 1 ounce. Harry, do you have anything you crave when you drink, or not really?
Yeah, I think pizza is usually one.
Is pizza one?
Usually, yeah, usually I'll get pizza.
Yeah. Like now I'm like, oh man, I need to have pizza
Or
for dinner.
or
I tell my
Indian
husband.
foods. Indian food
Ooh.
is always a good one.
All right, he said 60 times. Hold on. One.
We're bringing out the fancy gold goblets for this drink.
Ooh.
So John likes being friends with senior citizens. So one of our senior citizen friends who unfortunately passed away a couple years ago,
Aw.
she gave us these very fancy gold foil goblets, and we bring them out for the extra fancy drinks.
And she was
Wow, they're really nice.
96.
Yeah, she was
they're pretty.
96, and she
My goodness.
she had a fall that didn't heal well, so like that was
Oh.
the end. But if she wouldn't have had that fall, she'd still be alive. She'd be over 100,
Wow.
and she'd still be
Yeah,
like
she's
traveling
amazing
and
health.
exercising
That's
in the
crazy.
pool.
Well, I think she broke her hip at 90 and then went through all the physiotherapy, everything to recover through it. She just had such resilience.
Yeah.
So every
Yeah.
time we take these glasses out,
So we
think of
drink in
her.
honor of her. When we're sloths, we're doing
Is
it
it
in
supposed to
honor
be
of her.
foamy? Sorry, is it
Yeah,
supposed to be
it does
foamy?
get a bit
That's what
Okay.
the shaking does. It will bring up some of the
Foamy.
foam on top. If you do that,
Alright.
it means you shook it enough.
I did. I counted
It'll have
past
a nice
60, I think.
smooth.
Oh,
I
that's
think
smooth.
I counted past
Sure.
60.
Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
So
change.
this is
rooms.
what we call smooth cock.
This is smooth cock.
Wait, why does mine look bigger than yours? Mine looks like it has so much more.
This is a giant bottom glass. Like
Okay.
it's
Mine is
Wow.
like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And also your glass has like this great deep meaning, and mine came from
Yeah.
ABC Liquor Mart this morning. $6.99 for a glass of the palm tree on it.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's pretty actually. All right. I don't know who gets the salute for this one. Who is this? This is for who?
This is for, well, I'll do it. This is for all of us being amazing writers and to a very successful, fulfilling career as we continue to write and put awesome books out.
Dope.
Oh, cheers.
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 Oh, that's good.
Oh, vodka.
I like that. It's limey. Mine is limey. I hope I did it right. Should I taste the lime more than anything else?
You taste a little bit of lime.
Balance with the apple juice.
Yeah, I like it.
It'll prevent scurvy.
But I like lime a lot. I was talking to Craig about that the other day. Do you hold on? I feel like I keep focusing on you, Harry, so I'm sorry. John, do you have any foods that you like with lime in them? Like food.
Lime in them.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. I
Mhm.
can't think offhand of any food I had. Like,
Then
I
I
don't
got-
know, lime pie. I like that.
What's the matter?
I don't know if this is everybody, but for John, your camera looks like you're an impressionist painter painting of yourself.
Like, is
Yeah,
it?
no, it does.
Yeah, you've got
It's
some.
just the
It's
way it
fine.
looks.
It's
But
Yeah,
the
fine.
it's fine.
shadow.
Yeah, it's
But
fine.
you're
It
kind
looks
of like
cool.
you look like paintbrush strokes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it might be the light coming in because I don't normally see it look like that.
Or maybe Zoom has had too much alcohol.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we got Zoom
I'm gonna
drunk.
go with that. Zoom has been drinking along with us, and yeah, those staff they're
Yeah.
having a hard time coordinating everything.
But I do find, Harry, how about you? You got anything with lime that you like to eat?
Just the thing where you take the lime and then the salt and then the tequila.
Okay.
That can be round 4 because we
Was
have.
that called a starter?
This tastes really good. This is
An
really
option?
good. I don't want to stop drinking it, and I need to drink it slowly. This tastes really
Yeah,
good.
we go through these pretty fast. They're a bit dangerous.
Yeah, this is really good. Like I'm gonna purposely like pace myself and put it down and make words come out so I don't drink it because I think I can drink this really fast. Okay, so I'm the only one that has fajitas with lime juice in them. Fajitas
We
taste
don't
great
have-
with lime juice. I'm
We
telling you
don't have
seriously.
fajitas that
It's amazing. Oh, okay. Well, I have a recipe you should try. Yeah, and it's grilled chicken, but there's like it's sprinkled with lime juice, and then there's peppers in there, but the peppers get soaked in the lime juice. It tastes
Oh, really?
it's really
So
fantastic.
this
Yeah.
sounds like a future cooking episode.
Yeah, we should
Mm.
cook that. But I also like key lime pie. You guys don't eat key lime pie?
I
Nice.
just I was just saying that's my food when I think
Oh.
of I love
Mm.
Wait,
lime.
did you say that and I didn't hear it?
I did.
Oh.
My
It's
sister
really
loves it, so
impressionist.
we occasionally have it.
Yeah.
I'm if you didn't know, I'm gay, so I don't eat fajitas. Sorry.
Or am I not allowed to have a fajita?
My
I
God.
think it's problematic.
Okay, yes, all right. So 50% of this couple can have a fajita, if I'm understanding right.
I'm gonna die. Oh my God, Harry, sometimes when you message me things, I laugh out loud, and then I'm like, did he mean that or did he not mean that? Can I always assume
I
that you
prob-
mean a pun whenever you message me things?
You can safely assume I mean what yeah, I
Okay.
mean it
Okay.
the way that you
That I've
initially thought.
interpreted it. Okay. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because do you care if I say what we DM'd? No, right? You haven't DM'd me
No,
anything
go for
personal,
it.
right? Okay. Because I told Craig the other day when
I'm about to find out if I did.
well, if you did, I'll cut it out. When I complimented you on being number one, you said first time in my life I've ever been top, but there we are. And I was like,
First time for everything.
well, like I laughed because I took it that way, and then I was like, do you think he meant it this way, Craig? And Craig was like, I'm pretty sure he meant it that way. I was like, I'm just gonna give him a heart just in case he didn't, because I don't want him to think I was laughing at him like if it wasn't a joke.
No, I've done it. It's just takes you can't have four of these. Gotta be on your game. You gotta
This
focus.
is so good. This is
There's
so
a hole,
this is
you gotta
really
go
good.
for it.
Yeah, different roles, different responsibilities. One person
Yeah.
can't have too much alcohol, the other can't
Yeah.
have fajitas.
It's just a lot of pressure.
Hmm.
I thought you were gonna say prep. I was like, no, Craig and I already talked about prep enough this morning.
Yeah,
My
it's a
God.
big conversation.
It is a conversation. And I
Yeah.
won't, Craig, I won't go like say anything that we said, right? Or can we
Oh,
talk about
I'm fine. It just
We're okay with
as
this.
we're saying this, I'm realizing there's two prep. We were talking about preparation, not pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Oh,
Got it.
wait,
Got
which
it.
prep are we talking
We were talking
Oh,
about preparation for sex.
Don't
We
confuse
are.
her.
Well, no, Craig and I were talking about that. Is that what you were talking about? Harry?
No, it's just that in the gay community, PrEP
Oh.
is medication you take to prevent acquiring HIV,
Mhm. Okay. No,
which
we were
is
not talking
available
about
to
that.
everybody, but it seems like only gay people know about it, to the point where doctors are like, "What's PrEP?" And gay people have to
Yeah.
explain it to their doctor.
Yeah,
To the
it's crazy.
doctor.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. We were talking about preparation and how that people have very strong opinions about it when it has nothing to do with them, and how other people tell other people how they should do those things. That's what we were talking about.
So specific, this is as an explicit podcast, right?
Yeah, we can talk about whatever we want. And
But I'm
also,
too
we're the
drunk then.
bosses. We're the bosses of the
I'm
podcast.
too
I
drunk
assumed
then.
it wasn't for children.
Yeah. So we were talking specifically about how certain books get called out by certain people for having anal
Oh my
sex
God.
without rimming and without lube to prepare. And it's like sometimes people just use spit and slime it in, and that's fine. But there are people that are like, no, you can't do that. That's wrong. That's awful.
I think it depends. I think it's I always find this a really interesting question because, sometimes the situation just calls for something speedy. And sometimes, the speediness works and, both in real life and in the story. So I think it just all depends how much of the moment takes you
You
and how much
are
time you have.
You're a sexual health educator. Am I wrong, Harry?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I said that right. Yeah, so Harry
Yeah.
is a sexual health educator and an author, and soon to be would we call you a screenwriter? What would we call you? Come
We'll see.
on, it's gonna work out. It'll be fine. So you're soon to
We'll
be
see
what?
if and when it comes.
What would be the
I
name of
think
that? What would we call you?
They called us an emerging screenwriters.
See, and
So
an
I'll
emerging
go
screenwriter. Yeah.
I'll go with emerging.
Emerging.
like from a emerging, like from a cocoon.
Like a cocoon, like a butterfly, like a
Mhm.
like a fun super butterfly. This drink is
Yeah.
too good. I need to be quiet.
I'm done. Yeah, already.
I could have been done, but I know I need to keep talking, so I'm trying to go a little slower. This is probably one of the best drinks I've ever had, in being honest.
It's really great.
Yeah,
It's a really
it's
good drink.
really good. Okay, Craig, I think it's time for you to ask a question. Because
Sure. Can I just do like a random shout out? Because like I'm involved in sexual health stuff here in Winnipeg, which is where I am. I just want to like congratulate the provincial government because PrEP, the medication, as of Monday is going to be free in the
Wow,
Oh,
that's great. That's
wow, that's
fantastic.
really
whereas it's like
cool.
$200 or $300 a month if you're not covered
Wow.
by.
Wow.
So the free is not for everybody. It's for people that don't have coverage already. So the people that need it most and can't afford it.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Anyway, so now we need
Well,
a
Well,
question.
I
I'm
can
talking.
do the opposite. Is the opposite. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Go ahead. We won't get political on this show. I promise that we never would. So we won't. But congratulations to the provincial government. That
Yeah.
is really
Happy Pride.
fantastic.
Happy
Happy
Yeah.
Pride.
Pride,
Happy Pride.
Winnipeg.
Yeah, that's really cool. I did not know that. Did that just happen?
Yeah, it was announced on Friday and it goes into effect on Monday. So by the time this podcast episode is out, there'll be free PrEP in the province of Manitoba.
Very cool. Awesome. Okay, it doesn't count as your question though. So
No, it doesn't. And now I have a question because I'm 2 drinks in, and the brain doesn't function that well.
I know, that's how I feel right now. So I was like, time to pass it off because I've done my job. Harry, I really do love your shirt though. We
Thank
haven't
you very
talked about
much.
your shirt. It's like white and it's really pretty blue
Lots
with
of
like palms on it. Yeah, it's really
feathers.
nice. I need to take, I might share a clip of this video
Yeah, you
actually.
can. It's
Yeah,
just because it's like what now? 10 past 10 at night
yeah.
and 35 degrees Celsius.
Do you
So
want us to let you go? Are you ready to
Holy
go?
smoke.
no, I'm just saying
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's a
Oh,
it's a
okay.
warm one, so it's
Yeah, it looks pretty in there,
it's
but everything looks nice and clean where you are. Like it looks nice and calm. Like you look like your house is very nice and calm place.
Yeah, roughly. We have a lot of I mean it's not very big, so you know
Yeah.
it's not there's not really much that can go
Well, it
wrong.
looks like calm. Like my house is like chaos. So if I showed you out there, you'd be like, "Oh, this is pretty," and then the children would run out, and you'd be like, "Oh my gosh, this is the zoo that you live in." Yeah. So we let them
I
run
do
amok.
have to ask though, if it's 35 Celsius right now, how hot was it during the day? Because that's got to be what, over 40?
37 something. It was
Okay.
it's not really going down at the moment. It's just
And
staying hot.
Callie is confused because Callie is the only person here who uses
I'll
Fahrenheit.
convert it. It's hot.
Convert
Even
it
you would
for
say
me.
it's hot.
It's like
Hey,
what
hey,
was that?
wait, you just showed us your arm. You were
Oh,
supposed to show us tattoos, and
yeah.
we never got pictures. So you
Really?
said,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you said you were gonna ask Mr. Harry Ray to take a picture because there were they the back of your thighs or something? It was some,
Yeah, it's
it was
back
a
of the thigh.
scandalous place, I believe.
I have the back of the thigh, and then I have here, and then I have
That's
well, I
so
won't mention
pretty,
the rest of
Harry.
it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So it's
When
like
was the last time
roses
you got
and,
one?
about 3 years ago. 3 years
Yeah.
ago or so. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a tattoo in forever. I have not. But I like
It's
them. Like I think they're fun.
I
I'm
like
just
them
I feel
too.
like
It's
I'm
just
too old now, Harry.
no, never too old. It's just expensive.
Yeah,
That's
you're
my
not too old
argument.
because John's mom wants her and John to get matching tattoos, and
That's so
That's
cute.
nice.
considerably older than John.
Yeah. You know what, Harry? I don't know if we're close to the same age. Don't say our age on air, okay? Are you you're younger? Is Harry younger than us, Craig?
Yes.
Craig and I are the same age. You're younger than
Yeah.
us? Oh, forget
Am
it.
I?
Forget it, Harry.
I'm
This
pretty sure you
conversation
are.
is over.
I think
Hold
you told
on.
me your age once, and so
Don't
I think I
say
know
the
roughly
age.
how old you are.
Don't.
I would say that let's
Show
see
me
if
with
I
your
can
fingers.
explain.
Show me with your fingers like this. Do the number like this. Don't say.
Spice Girls was one of the first albums that I was given for Christmas.
That
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
help
you're a
me.
baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm too drunk.
So for context, my sister's first album was, I think, a
So
Spice
you're
Girls
younger
album.
than Craig and I.
Okay.
Fantastic. Well, Grandpa Craig and Grandma Callie often find like that. We see people that are younger than us that look older than us. So I don't know if that happens to you
But
because
that is not the
you're
case for you. You do not look
apparently
older than
50
us.
years younger than us, I guess. I don't know. And
No.
so like, do you ever look at people now at your age and be like, wow, I'm the same age as them? Like, do they look older than
Um,
you? Like, do you feel younger than you are?
no, I feel much older than I am.
Yeah.
I feel like I've aged considerably through the
Mm,
process of writing
yeah.
and publishing.
Writing has aged you. I
It
think
feels
that's
like it's
funny
taken
too,
everything
right?
from me.
It's
Yeah.
it's taking everything. But I think that's funny, and John, do you feel that way? Do you feel like writing ages you a little bit? Or not really. Or you feel like it keeps you young?
That's weird. I don't really think I go either way. Like there's a time when I was really into like the Tolkien kind of fantasy writer thing where I felt like I had this if I had this long white Gandalf beard and everything, it would match what I'm doing. But
Hmm.
then when I'm not doing that and I'm editing or I am writing erotica stuff or whatever it is I might be doing, like I feel quite young. So I don't know. It depends on what
Oh.
you're writing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true. It depends on what you're writing. Yeah.
I don't know. Craig and I think we feel young until we have to stand up.
So, well, yes, but also I feel old when I'm at my day job now because I have a coworker that is considerably younger, and I was having
Mm.
Zoom problems that I've been having for like months now. And I mentioned this to my coworker. 2 minutes later, they solved it for me. Like,
Oh, really?
that's a
Yeah.
young person thing. Like, I've
Yeah.
never felt so old as I do at my day job.
Yeah, like I have my older daughter, and whenever I have a problem, like I don't know how to do something on Instagram, I ask her, Harry, it elicits like the longest sigh and eye roll ever. She's like, oh, like yesterday, I was trying to find where my archived stories were. I'm like, I know I can see my old stories. Where is it? She's like, oh. She's like, click this, do this, and
Oh
then she walked
no.
away. I'm like, step by step, please. Like, I took care of you when you were a baby. What's wrong with you? Like, be nice to me. It's an old lady. She's like, old ladies don't belong on Instagram.
But I feel proud that I figured out TikTok by myself at
Oh, that's
41.
great.
Yeah,
Whereas
That's very impressive.
Snapchat, I needed a 19-year-old to teach me.
yeah. Well, I feel
I
like
think
you taught me everything. I don't think I figured anything out on
It
myself.
originally came from a teenager, probably.
TikTok is definitely easier, I think, for us of a certain age. Seems
Well,
to
it's
be a
not
lot
easier
of
for us. We can't crack that algorithm. Are we gonna have the pink senorita or we're not gonna have it? You tell
Oh,
me.
I'm up for a third
Oh, I'm
drink.
up for
Okay,
it.
then let's have it now because yeah, we've already had
yeah.
Harry here for a while. So
You guys have your pink senorita. I'm gonna keep going with this. I think this is number 4 of the evening.
you must be tired. No, Harry, do we need to let you go?
Let's make that last drink and then we'll get that down the hatch
Yeah,
because I think I'll be going straight from here to a
to
horizontal position.
the bed. The problem is, Craig, is that I don't know how to make this, and we have to use our
We will
um.
figure it out. I'm gonna make the drink because John is taking a quick break. He'll be back
Okay.
in a moment. I assume
Um,
we probably want glasses this size.
I don't know, Bestie. We found this
Figure it
interest.
out.
It's on Pinterest. How do I know?
Oh,
We gotta look at the app. We gotta. All I did, Harry, was look up. We looked up pretty pink drinks.
Oh, that's good.
So
It's
and
a
then
really, really nice glass.
we found the pink senorita. All right, how do we make it, Craig?
I don't know. I don't have the link.
Well, Craig, I don't know. Hold on. Can we just make? Why don't we just mix it? When we just mix it all together?
I think it was basically poured all in a glass because there's nothing sparkling, so you don't have to worry
Oh,
about that. And
yeah,
we
but
probably serve it with ice, so you probably don't have to shake it.
yeah, but remember, this was like for the recipe. It was like for 4 drinks.
Oh, right. So we're cutting it in 4.
Yeah. So, okay. So we need 1 ounce of pink lemonade.
That sounds like not much, but sure.
It says 4.5 ounces.
Oh yeah, so just over an ounce.
Okay. And then lemon
I'm just
juice,
pouring it
triple
straight
sec.
into a glass. I don't know what you're doing.
Um, I my ice in my little thing is kind of melted. So I don't really have much ice left, to be honest.
That's probably fine.
Yeah, sure. I love warm lemonade. It sounds
Yeah.
delicious. Warm lemonade sounds great. Okay, so yeah, it says 4.5 ounces. I'm pretty sure, Craig, was it 4 drinks or was it two? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure it was 4 because it was
Okay.
complicated math that I had to write down.
Okay, so it's just 1 ounce, yeah?
Yep, we did 1 ounce. Sorry,
I
I'm just
ha
recapping for John. We did 1 ounce-ish
Okay.
of lemonade.
And then we need fresh lemon juice, which says half an ounce, but really we need, what do we need?
Oh, if it's you're dividing it by 4, just a
Yeah.
splash.
Yeah,
Just a
okay,
splash.
okay.
Half an ounce though?
No, half an ounce for 4 drinks. The recipe is for 4 drinks.
We don't know. John, we just found this episode.
Okay.
We just found this
Okay.
recipe.
Who's gonna drink all 4?
And then it says 1
That's
ounce
a
of
good
triple
idea.
sec. So what is that?
Oh, a 1/4 ounce triple sec per person.
1/4 ounce?
Oh, that's
This is
like
going to be a
li-
small drink.
Yeah, it's a tiny little drink, bestie.
It's a good way to end it off.
Yeah.
It's a
I
tiny
think that
drink.
might be a heavy pour that we're having here. We'll see.
No, I'm going half an ounce.
But
Okay.
it's 1/4 ounce per person.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a heavy pour then. Maybe
Okay.
we have to do 4 drinks.
I've had 2 drinks. I'm not sure about my leg. Don't
And
touch me.
then the tequila says 2 ounces.
So half ounce tequila per person.
Okay.
See, I'm
You
dividing
can
by.
pour. If you do 1 ounce, that's fine.
Yeah.
You just want me to be stumbling in the garden. I could see
Mhm.
there's people out there already. They're gonna be like, "You've been drinking." Like, yeah, you've been drinking too.
My God.
Do you want to put some ice in, maybe?
Sure.
So Harry, is this time of year always super warm where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into summer and it's gonna be hot until around October, November.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's really hot here. I don't know why I'm acting like so stunned. Like it's not 1,000 degrees where I am. Because it is. Oh, wait, you were gonna do the conversion. You didn't convert it.
So about 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Ooh.
we're close to the same
Oh, really?
temperature, Harry. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hot here.
But you also
Usually,
have
like-
like
Go ahead.
hurricanes. Don't you have hurricanes? And
Yeah,
Sharknadoes and stuff?
This doesn't look as this doesn't
Yeah, we
look as
don't-
pretty, Craig.
No. Do we want to add more pink lemonade?
I would put more pink
Maybe.
lemonade.
It
I'm
just
going to add
looks
more pink lemonade.
so little. It just looks little. And you know what I realized? I didn't take pictures of any of the drinks.
Oh, right. Oh, well.
Did you?
Do I have to make them all
No.
again?
Yeah, round 2.
I took pictures of the alcohol like beforehand, but I didn't take pictures of the drinks.
Did you ever have a Sharknado down by you?
No, we have not had Sharknadoes, but it's
Oh,
June
I heard it
1st,
was a
which
big
means
thing.
we can I know we'll salute to the beginning of hurricane season here in Florida. Super
Wait, so you
excited
get
for that.
summer and hurricane season at the same time?
Yeah. So yeah, wait, it looks just like pink lemonade. Mine doesn't look that pretty.
Yeah, we added a bit more extra lemonade, but yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers.
So yeah,
Have a
cheers
drink
to
lemonade.
the start of hurricane season. Hopefully my house doesn't blow over. Hooray.
Oh, that is nice.
How is it? Yeah.
That's a good drink.
I think I'm gonna call this one drunk lemonade.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like
Okay.
lemonade.
So
Yeah.
last year at this time of year, because I remember it was Pride Sunday last year, it was 40 degrees in Winnipeg, which is
Wow.
We weren't here though.
we weren't here. We were in
We're in
sunny
Victoria.
Victoria, BC. So 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and so like we had some friends who went to the Pride parade and they just went home before the parade even started. Like it was 40 degrees at 10 in the morning.
That's a lot.
Wow. I don't know what
we
the
got-
40 degrees means.
So
That's a lot.
104 at 10 in the morning.
Oh, it
We
doesn't
had
get
our-
to 100 here that often. I'll be honest. We usually hit
Yeah.
about 98.
We
Like,
sometimes get
yeah.
around there. Like we usually have a few days every summer where it's around 40, which is about 100.
Oof.
But it's Pride Sunday this Sunday, and it's not going to be that hot, but it might be rainy.
This
We'll see.
year's
That's
cold.
normal for Pride.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the temperature. It's like at most low 20s. Yeah, this year's been very cold and rainy so far.
Yeah, I don't know. Harry, what's a normal temperature for you in the summer?
Between like 28 to 35, something like that degrees
So-
Celsius.
Too
What's
hot.
that?
So
What's
Comfortable
that?
Yeah.
for you, too hot for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I don't know what
We
that
had
is for me, is the problem.
Like
80s,
hot-
90s, I think.
Yeah, maybe high 90s. Because
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hot for me.
Yeah,
I
if
hate
40 is 104, then 80s, 90s is
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a nice 70. Like I like
Mm.
75, 77, 78. That's what I like. So whatever that is in Celsius for you guys, that's the one that I like. Yeah,
yeah.
but like lately, whenever I get in the car, like if I have to go somewhere, I'm taking a picture to show Craig because on the dashboard, like I have the temperature outside and it's been like
Mm.
98 degrees every day, like
Wow.
consistently. Yeah,
That's a
it's
lot.
super
I
hot.
just had a flashback to 98 Degrees, the band.
Oh man, they were so great. Harry, you don't know about them because you're too young.
I know about 98 degrees. Thank you very much.
I'm just kidding. But they
I'm
were
well
great. What
aware.
happened to, wait, who was he
It
married
was
to?
Nick,
Nick
Drew, and I
Lachey.
can't remember the third guy. My
It was
sister
Who?
Nick
was
and
into all the
Jessica,
boy
no?
bands. I
Like,
can
why is
name like,
Jessica?
I don't know if I can do it now after three drinks, but I can name all the Backstreet Boys first and last names, NSYNC first and last names, and Spice Girls first
Wow.
and last names. Thanks to my sister. I say
Wow.
thanks to my sister, but secretly, I'm into it too.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
Nick is now and his second wife are presenting dating shows on Netflix.
Oh, I
oh,
didn't know that.
They
oh,
present what's it called? Um, Love is Blind,
Oh, they do
oh.
which
Love
is
is
fun.
Blind.
They
Okay.
do Love is Blind, and I think they did something else as well. Maybe The Ultimatum.
Oh.
They do Nick and
Hmm.
is it Vanessa? I think it's Nick and Vanessa
Oh,
do
okay.
Now Love is Blind.
I don't keep up on the pop culture at all. I really don't. I really don't. But I just got an alert on my phone that someone tagged me in a post. I think that there's that it really sends like a heightened like anxiety panic through me. Like because you don't really know what someone's gonna tag you in because you would hope that someone would only tag you in something nice. But as authors, we know that sometimes people tag us in things that are not nice.
It can
So
happen, yeah.
yeah. What does that do to you, Harry? If you get a thing that says someone tag, not me, because obviously if it says, Callie
Yeah.
or Craig tagged you in a post, you're like, oh, okay, yay, they tagged me. It's nice. But what about like you if it says, I don't know,
No, I
Drew?
don't I don't have notifications on, so I only
Oh,
see when I get inside. And
mm,
it's only occasionally happened. I try not to. I don't really read all the reviews.
mm-hmm,
But those when I choose to do that, I see it as like, well, it's not that's not for me. The review is for potential readers.
mm-hmm.
So, I'm just kind of like the third party in this, and I'll take it or leave it. So it's nice. It's nice just to be, included.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you have any
whether it's good
advice
or
for
bad.
people that get bad reviews? How do you deal with them if you get any? And I wouldn't call
Yeah,
them bad reviews. We'd call them
yeah. You
constructive reviews, right?
Critical.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
some,
Yeah.
sometimes they're that. Sometimes also people just don't like it at all, and they will, be really vocal about that. But I see it as like it's not for me. It's for other readers. It's for,
Hmm.
they're telling other readers about this thing,
Hmm.
and that's their prerogative. My kind of part of it ends kind of almost on publication day. That's when,
Yeah.
I've done everything I can do, and it's now up to everyone else.
Yeah. That's good. I know, Craig, we try not to look at reviews, but we've been, admittedly, because we both have
Yeah.
new books coming out, we've been looking at them more, than
Yeah.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
so
yeah.
my
Yeah.
strong advice to all authors that are listening, do not respond to bad reviews, even
Yes.
if they're completely wrong, like they reviewed the wrong book and
Yes.
posted it on your page.
Mm-hmm.
Do not respond to bad reviews because
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't end well. But
Mm-hmm.
also, I have chosen to read books because of a well-written bad review. Because if
Mm-hmm.
they say, I don't like this, this, and this, and I'm like, oh, but I do like this, this, and this,
Yeah.
pick it up. Like my
Yeah.
probably most prominent example, not a book, but the local newspaper, this is back in like the 90s, early 2000s, did a scathing negative review of a new TV show. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. And I like that. And I like that. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was a well-written bad review, I would not have heard of that show otherwise.
Yeah. And also, I think that we can say, we won't say which author, right? But we did have an author that got a 1-star review. And it was like, there was a lot of stuff in there that the person didn't like. And Craig and I watched the numbers. That person sold like 5 books that
Really?
day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were like, oh, well, thank you for the bad review. Because like the author would probably be upset about it. But in honesty, like they did a service kind of like to the author because we sold 5 books. So yeah, I mean, I think that as long as it's I I understand if you're writing it out like the way that Craig said, and you're saying, like, I don't like this, this is why I didn't like it, then I understand that. I think the more difficult ones to deal with are the ones where they just make a 1 star and then they don't give an explanation. So we don't really have anything to take from that. You know what I mean? But also maybe they're just sparing our feelings when they give us 1 star. So so thank you for the kindness, y'all. So it's difficult, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we are super, super happy that you were able to join us, and we're super thrilled
It's
with the
amazing to be here.
success. Yes, with the success of Gods and Boys. And we hope that everyone will continue to buy it as they have been. And
I'm really excited to get started on the sequel, to be honest. That's
yeah,
been
I want
we're
it.
gonna
Send it to me. I want it.
yeah.
I'll just say 2 words about it, is that we are gonna all go to Greece, where these myths came from, and we're gonna have a good gay Greek time.
Oh, yay. Well, we'll be looking forward to that.
My
Yeah.
inbox will be very happy when it sees that.
Yeah, yeah. So buy Harry's book of Gods and Boys. It's available now. And buy Craig's book, Defeating Demons and Breaking Up with My Boyfriend. And buy my book, You Can Call Me Cooper. And I don't know, support farmers for John. John is gonna have it. John, you might have a new book soon though, right?
But if I can jump in with
Sure, they're coming. Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
can jump in with some promo, if you are listening to this episode in June 2024, we have just
Mhm.
4 bundles of 5 novels each, 2 from Deep Desires Press and 2 from Deep Hearts YA. And Harry F. Ray's All the Lovers is in, I think the full title, keeping in mind I've had 3 drinks, Sexy Gay Pride Bundle 2024 Volume 1. Very
Ooh,
long
good
title,
job.
Yeah.
but All the Lovers is in there, $9.99. You got 5 full-length novels.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, we're super excited about the bundles. And again, thank you so much, Harry and John, for joining us. We had so much fun. Craig, don't forget, we have to do coffee with Callie and Craig after
Yes.
this, so don't get off.
Cocktails with Callie and Craig.
Cocktails with Callie. Yeah, it is cocktails with Callie and Craig. You're right. But
Make
yeah,
sure
thanks,
cocktails,
Harry.
not cocks.
Yes.
Thank you
No,
so much for
that's
having me on.
After the episode is over.
Thanks so much for
between the
having me on,
barbecue.
and support your local Winnipeg farmers, and
That's right.
support your
Oh my God.
support your young authors and young at heart authors as well.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you again, Harry. I hope you have a fantastic
Thank you
rest of your
guys.
night.
You too. You all
Talk
too.
to you later.
Have a great Pride.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Now it's time for, well, I don't think I'm gonna have coffee, Bestie.
We probably should have coffee at this point.
Yeah. Coffee with Callie and Craig time. That was fun.
Yeah, I had a fantastic time, and those drinks were so good.
I know. I loved the creativeness behind Harry's title and his description. It's so funny sitting in the nightgown on the stairs.
And I was surprised with how good, like, just a splash of that Kraken spiced rum tasted in the gin and tonic. It was really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked all the drinks. Your drink and John's drink was my favorite though. Like that was really, really good. I like that. I'm gonna have to make that another time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, now you have like bottles and bottles of alcohol. Might as well use them up.
Who does this? But like, it's funny because I should have bought the little bottles, but they were too small. But still, I probably should have just bought the little bottles instead of the big ones. That would have made way more sense.
Oh, well.
But anyway, it was nice having Harry here. Yeah, we're so excited about his book. So I love having Harry on.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear a little bit about how the process he puts into writing and the exciting thing he's going through with the emerging scriptwriters program that he's into now.
Yeah, I hope that works out for him. I'm sure it will. He's super talented. So, but yeah, anyway, and then what else is next for us? Oh, is the next one
I think so. I
We're
think
both a
so.
little drunk, to be fair, guys. We've had 3 drinks, so You think it's the book fair, right?
I think so. It's a book fair, yeah.
Awesome. So we will have a bunch of authors of LGBTQ plus I stories on the podcast on June 15th. We'll be recording that and then we will air that after, a little bit after. I think it's
Yeah.
one of the last episodes of the month, maybe.
Yeah, I think we're recording about a week ahead nowadays, right?
Yeah, I think so. So that'll be super fun. We're looking forward to that. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. It's always
Yeah.
interesting to hear people pitch their own books and what they make as their selling point. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we did receive like a ton of submissions. Like, I mean, it's fortunate, but it's also unfortunate because we can't accept everyone, because we can't have a podcast that's, 3 hours long. So we do have to take.
Sorry, I'm making faces because one of my cats is deciding to sleep on the potatoes that I have on the other side of the room.
It's okay. Did you see my face? I lost my train of thought because my husband like made a face on the side of me and I was like, am I slurring my words? Like what's happening? So yeah, you have a potato cat and I have a husband
Yeah.
looking at me.
There we go.
But yeah, potato cat. I like that. But yeah, we will have to send out some apologies saying that we couldn't fit everyone on the podcast, but we have another one in the winter. So if somebody wasn't accepted this time, then hopefully they can make it for the next one.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. And now I think it's your turn.
Time for
Greg, we didn't make anyone do the thing.
Oh, the final thought. Darn, that means it's me. Right? Or do you want to do it? Okay, I'm doing it. All right. Final
I'm
thought
lucky that we're both
is-
coherent at this point. I don't know. My birthday's coming up though. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, happy early birthday.
So that means I don't really have to do anything.
Yeah. Final thought for the day is I'm just trying to think back to some of the things that Harry talked about. Just like I want to say final thought of the day is just try it. Just try it. Because Harry wants to get into script writing. And I know that he started in script writing. That was his original goal. And then he just tried novels and came to us with Line of Succession. And it's like you never know where your path is going to take you unless you actually just try something. So if there's an idea you've got, just try it.
I agree. Yeah. And thank goodness he did try it because now we have Harry with us. So, and yeah, that's a great thought. I think, I don't know. I'll let you know when I'm sober and edit the episode.
When we're sober. Yeah.
Hopefully the episode was good. And yeah, and I can help you where to follow us.
Yeah,
if you can remember.
I think I can. So we're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and Twitter or X if you are trendy. At Cali Craig Talks, CaliCraigTalk.
Perfect. You did a really good job. Good job. And thank you everyone for listening and hanging out with us. And yeah, we had super fun. Bye.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye-bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye for real.